enforcement agencies nationwide are out on the roads this Labor Day weekend. That's with extra resources to keep an eye out for impaired drivers especially. Foxwell's Zach Anders rode with a Washington County deputy today who's got a unique specialty when it comes to making sure the roads are safe. Zach?
Yeah, hi Liz. Labor Day weekend brings more traffic and with it more DUI patrols. Now we rode along with one Washington County Sheriff's deputy today who told us that driving high is starting to rival driving drunk on the roads.
Our alcohol-related fatalities had taken a pretty dramatic drop from the year or two before. Unfortunately, the overall fatality number didn't budge because that was replaced by the drastic increase of drug-related DUI fatalities.
Sergeant Josh Wilson has over 700 DUI arrests under his belt here in Washington County.
Our agency alone averages about 1,000 DUI arrests per year.
He specializes as a drug recognition evaluator. That means he's one of the handful of Washington County deputies who work in knowing exactly what drug a person is under the influence of. Sergeant Wilson describes the challenges of a stop where alcohol isn't the intoxicant.
Police officers, they can recognize pretty easily somebody who's impaired by alcohol. And oftentimes some of the other drugs that mimic alcohol impairment. And then with some of the other ones, it can be more difficult because there's not that hard and fast number like there is with alcohol.
So it's left to the officer's discretion on scene.
There's not really any science to back up the fact that that is a legitimate per se level of impairment, like a 0.08 would be with alcohol.
There's no breathalyzer for THC. If arrested, a blood test will later be used to charge the suspect. Of course, not all impairment is equal. That's why more officers are undergoing additional training like Sergeant Wilson has to recognize what exactly impaired drivers.
Knowing what I know now, I look back on my career when I was young and before I took all the extra training I took, and I can think back to a handful of people that I know now. They were impaired and I missed it.
Deputies say the rise in high drivers is making it more difficult during these enforcement periods when officers are tasked with the difficult job of finding the more subtle impairments this weekend. They're going to be on the lookout for everything. Reporting live in Beaverton, Zach Anders, Fox 12 Oregon.